11:34. We're 4 minutes past 11:30 for the show. Power Solutions is powered by Orlon, Energy Impact Investment Company, with support for your number one station, Nigeria Info. All right. You know what we do every Monday? On this time, we'll discuss everything you need to know around energy, power, and all the innovations coming in the sector. And today I've come with some amazing guests in the studio today to walk us through what is happening tomorrow and the whole of this week. It's called the Nigeria Energy Conference. Apologies ahead, guys. You will not be able to call at the time. We're trying to set up the calling phones, so bear with us while we try to put that together. But I really wish we could take some calls today, but no troubles. Hopefully we can in the next few minutes. But anyways, we're discussing the Nigeria Energy Conference holding from tomorrow till Thursday or Wednesday. The theme for that conference is affordable, reliable, sustainable energy through collaboration. Yes, collaboration. Yeah, interesting. Don't take from me. My guests are here, and they will tell you all you need to know about this topic and what is happening at this conference. For those who don't know, before I bring up my guests, Nigeria Energy was formerly Power Nigeria. It's an exhibition and conference, and it's one of the leading events in West Africa. They will tell us why. We'd like to know. And after 8 successful editions, Nigeria Energy has been rebranded to Power Nigeria to reflect. Yes, Power Nigeria to reflect what is happening in the sector and the energy transition. All of that we'll be hearing from my guest today. My guest in the studio with me is my very good friend Anida the Coaster. She's senior conference producer Informa Markets. And then Mr. Ade Yesuf, who is exhibition director, Nigeria Energy Informa Markets. Welcome to the show, guys.
Thank you very much.
You need to speak to the mic.
Having us,
yes, Anida.
For having us, Wisdom.
Yes, okay. We're trying to hear you clearly. Can you say something now?
Can you hear me?
Okay, all right, guys. Welcome to the show, and I'm happy to have you.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.
Yes, a lot is happening this week.
Absolutely.
And I would like to hear from you. Talk to us.
Okay.
And all that's happening in Nigeria Energy Conference. I've heard so much.
Yes.
All right, but before we start, Anida, let's start with you. Tell us about yourself, what you do.
All right. Good morning, everyone. Thanks, Wisdom, for having us here, first of all.
Sure.
I'm the senior conference producer for Informa Markets.
Okay.
So just to put it in a very simple way, I'm a researcher and I'm a content creator. So I try and find the challenges, link it to the opportunities, and curate an agenda which appeals the audience. And that's what has happened for Nigeria Energy. And we just can't wait for it to happen tomorrow.
All right, Yesuf.
Yeah.
Yesuf, rather.
Yesuf.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm the exhibition director.
Okay.
I oversee the whole event.
Okay.
And work very closely with a team of our marketers, our content producers, and operations team. And yeah, we as a team has put together one of the best shows. We work for Informa Market. Informa Market is the number one events company.
Yeah, I
in
was
the
going to
world.
ask, what's Informa Market?
Informa Market is the number one exhibition company in the world. So Informa basically is a group of companies.
Okay.
In the group we have Informa Markets, we have Informa Tech.
Okay.
Informa Tech does all our exhibitions when it comes to tech events,
Okay.
like your AfricaCom, like your biggest tech events globally. And we have Informa, part of Informa, one of our biggest events that we do as part of Informa Markets is basically healthcare, energy, and cityscape, which is basically real estate.
All right, walk us through why the name was changed, really, from
Power Nigeria?
Yeah, Power Nigeria to Nigeria Energy.
I think it's just to reflect the changes that are going on in the market.
Okay.
Power Nigeria was a bit restrictive. People thought it was just, transmission and distribution event. And, there's a lot that goes into play these days. Renewable energy is one of the key areas. And also, we cannot forget conventional power generation.
Okay.
And we needed to change the name to reflect, the realities of the market.
Okay.
So we needed it to be more inclusive.
More inclusive. Okay.
We needed to bring in a lot of the renewable energy players and all of the our conventional power players like your big companies, GE, Siemens, and those kind of are OEMs
Okay.
into the show and gets very robust our reflection of what is really happening in the market.
In the market.
Yeah.
All right, Anida, let me come to you. Now, how is this going? I know you've done 8 editions, and what is happening this week is the 9th edition.
Yes.
But how has it, so far, has it been going for the other 8 editions? Any major milestones you want to share with us from previous editions of the conference?
I think this edition will speak for itself compared to the 8th edition. The 8 editions were really good, but we wanted to take it an edge over and beyond.
Okay.
And that's how we built it. We thought of getting the entire value chain together, and together with our team, what we believe is we've achieved it. And that's what is going to reflect in the next coming days. We've got the Gencos, we've got the Discos, we've got the regulators, you name it, and we have it at the show.
Well, why I'm interested about this conference is a lot of conversation with the Discos, the renewable energy, off-grid people, and all of that coming into a place to to talk about what's happening in the power sector entirely. So I like what's happening with the conference. If you're just joining the conversation, this is Power Solutions. We are discussing affordable, reliable, and sustainable energy through collaboration. And this is in preparation for the Nigeria Energy Conference scheduled to hold tomorrow, September 22nd. Or 20th, rather, to 22nd.
Yes.
26.
Yes, at the Landmark
Center.
Event Center in VI here.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, let's move forward now. Yesuf, let me come to you. Now, the team.
Yeah.
Why the team, and what kind of conversations should we be expecting about the team? Affordable, reliable, and sustainable energy through collaboration. So what exactly do we look out for?
If you speak to anybody who is a consumer, one of the first things they tell you is it's too expensive. Before we started this meeting, you were telling me about one of your callers that called into your program a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
Who said that now they're getting power, but it's so expensive.
Yeah.
Power is very, very key to any industry in Nigeria. And already people are paying so much for power because you need to use generators and you need to buy a certain kind of fuel that will power that generator, right? So imagine if all this expenses is, if you pay for the usage of your electricity, if you pay your tariffs or whatever, and you have access to reliable energy, people will pay.
Okay.
People are already paying too much for cell phones. People are already paying too much for fuel to power. Even a common Baba on the street has to power a generator, and he's paying so much money. Its overheads goes into fuel to sustain his business.
Okay.
So what we want to talk about is we want to look at innovations, technologies, whatever we have that we can use to ensure that we have reliable, sustainable power
For
all, so that people, who have not been paying for electricity, because I can understand where the consumers are coming from, where they say they're paying for so much power and they're not getting it. If they're getting it, just like your cell phone, you can't use your cell phone if you don't buy airtime, to make a call. Well, you can use data, which is still going to cost you a lot of money as well.
Okay, but I have a question there now,
Yeah.
which will be in the minds of Lagosians as they listen to this, is, this sort of conversations, the people who use the power will not even be in the room when these conversations will happen.
Oh, they're going to be there.
Yeah, so what is the participation or attendance of this conference like?
So it's open to everybody. So we have about 1,300 square meters of exhibition with different power solutions from all around the world that are coming in. These are companies that are interested in doing business in Nigeria. Either they're looking for partners locally, because one of the biggest challenges that they face is actually sourcing for reliable, suppliers or agents. Whether you're, are industrial commercial user, the first thing that you want to do is to reduce the cost of your electricity.
Okay.
And so you need to source for, sustainable ways to do so. You're going to find companies that provide, energy management solutions. We have metering companies. Consumers don't buy meters directly. I don't know how that works nowadays, but I know that there are some meter asset providers that have been taxed by the discos to sell meters to consumers directly, or whether it's I think different areas and different discos have different, strategies on how to carry that out. But the long and short story of the matter is, anybody who is interested in cutting cost of electricity bill, or looking for technology, or looking for solutions, or actually even looking to dive into the power sector, Nigeria Energy is that one-stop shop for you to come over and meet with relevant stakeholders.
Beautiful. I like that. So if you're just listening to us, you can pick up your phones right now. Just Google Nigeria Energy Conference. I'm sure that will take you to the website and other relevant information you should know about the conference. Just pick up your phone right now. Just type Nigeria Energy Conference. I'm sure you'll find all the information you need, especially on the website. But let me come to Adina now. I'm aware that the Ministry of Power is also supporting the conference, and they're like a partner as part of the conference. Kudos to that, you and your team. Now, but talk to us. We know other countries will also be involved in this conversation. Can you walk us through who are these people to expect in the conference?
Okay, maybe I can just start with the speakers whom we're expecting, the leaders who would be speaking and driving the conference.
Okay.
Yes, we have great support, and we are very thankful to the Ministry of Power. We have the Permanent Secretary addressing the conference, opening it up with an inaugural address.
Okay.
We have the Special Advisor to the President on Infrastructure, that is Engineer Ahmed Zakari, who will be also involved in one of the chats.
Okay.
We have the regulators, that's the MD of NBET and the Commissioner of NERC.
Okay.
We have the big discos coming in. There's Aikija, there's Abuja, there's Eco.
Yeah.
We have the MD and CEO of FGN Power Company, where we are trying to bring in the PPI initiative, one of the hottest topics at the moment.
Okay.
We have technology companies like Siemens Energy, the president of GE Gas Power. So we have the entire value chain.
International brands. The two discos are in Lagos are being run by two phenomenal women. Tinuade Sanders from Eko and Folake Shoiton from Ikeja. They're going to be part of the discos roundtables. We have representatives from Abuja, Jos, Enugu.
All right, so that means there's an array of speakers and people who are supporting the conference that we should be expecting.
Yeah.
But I wanted to ask you, any commitment from the Ministry of Power to take on some of the solutions that will be shared at the conference?
Of course, yeah. They've had big plans, and they are making a lot of solutions.
Okay.
In fact, it's not only on the basis of the solutions they're coming up with. They have plans with working together with GIZ on digitalization, roadmaps and digitalization platforms. But there's a lot of focus on data-driven journey. There are a lot of enabling policies also which they are coming up with. So I could say that there's lots happening on this front.
Beautiful. All right, if you're just joining the show, this is Power Solutions, and my name is Wisdom Chapp-Jumbo, and we have been discussing affordable, reliable, sustainable energy through collaborations. And as you know, Power Solutions is powered by Orlon, Energy Impact Investment Company, with support from your number one talk station, Nigeria Info. Yes, and I've been speaking to my guests, Anida the Coaster. She's Senior Conference Producer, Informa Markets, and Mr. Ade Yesuf, who is an Exhibition Director, Nigeria Energy and Informa Markets. They are all organizers of the Nigeria Energy Conference coming up, starting tomorrow, the 20th of September.
Yep.
Yeah, to the 22nd of September. So if you're just joining in, you've missed a bit, but we're about to round up the show. Yeah. But anyways, now let me come back to you, Yusuf. You were quoted saying Nigerian power sector needs technology transformation and digitalization to compete globally and achieve sustainable growth.
Absolutely.
Now, specifically, I want you to tell us how the conference will address this.
So, the theme. So we have our theme, which you just read out now. But the theme from the ministry itself is digital transformation.
Okay.
The ministry is investing a whole lot of resources into digital transformation. If you look at the grid as it stands at the moment, one of the biggest challenges that the government, let me just put it, the entire power chain is faced with is they don't have visibility on what is happening on the grid in real time. So what they said was it would be amazing to have a technology where they can see from the generation side to the transmission side and the distribution side to see the activities that are being carried out in real time and
Okay.
see where the downtimes are and how to solve and all. So these are some of the problems that they never solved before, and the fact that they're working with the GIZ and working with our key development partners to address some of these solutions is the step in the right direction from the government. Because I believe that this is my own belief. In order for the power sector to be solved in this country, there has to be a lot of investment in technologies, new technologies, new infrastructures. In order for it to be sustainable, there's got to have to be a lot of maintenance, a lot of revamping of our entire infrastructure. And the only way that can come through is through technology.
Beautiful. There's one question I'm hoping that will be answered at the conference.
Okay.
Is the national grid as we have it in Nigeria, is it obsolete, or do we need something else?
I guess you come and find out at the event, man.
Yes. I mean, I don't want, I intentionally don't want to give you that question to answer. It's a question I want us to answer at the conference. The way the national grid is designed, the way it is now, is it still useful to us? Is it obsolete? Is there something better Nigeria can have, and why are we not having it? Why is power still a problem? Some of these conversations I hope we can answer at the conference.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but let me come to Anida now. I have one more question for you. Now, the Nigeria Energy Transition Plan was launched sometime in August.
Yeah.
Right.
And now, at this conference, where is the place of renewable energy in all of this conversation, especially around transition? Are there specific conversations that will be tailored to this? We would like to know.
Okay. Thanks, Wisdom.
Yeah.
Coincidentally or incidentally, while we were developing the program with the help of our key members from the steering committee, there was quite an increasing focus on renewable energy.
Okay.
And not only for the energy transition plan, there were a lot of bits and pieces which we came across in the agenda to aid and come together towards the energy transition plan. There's a lot of finance which is required. And where does the finance come from? It comes from the multilateral financial institutions.
Yeah.
So that's how we've got them on board. There are private investors who need to come on board, who are really play an essential part. And they are the catalyst to accelerate growth in Nigeria and drive economic growth as such, bring in new jobs. And that was the overall theme we crafted. And for some reason, it does lead to the energy transition plan. We also have a keynote address from Damilola Ogunbi.
Yeah.
We should be present.
She'll do a video presentation.
It will be
She's
virtual.
Most of them are at the UN National Assembly,
Oh,
which is happening in New York about the same time of this event.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
That's true. Okay.
But she's graciously agreed to pre-record a speech for us,
Yeah.
Okay.
and it will revolve around this.
Yes.
Beautiful. All right. I like that conversation around renewable energy will be there because it's very important in the energy transition conversation that we think, how can we go green? And I would like to hear, I will be there myself, so I would like to hear how that conversation is going to go. Now, if you're just joining, like I said before, if you want to know or learn more about this conference, quickly go on your Google, just type Nigeria Energy Conference. You can get all the resources and information you need on the website. What's the website address? I keep mentioning them to go to Google.
It's www.nigerian-energy.
Nigerian or Nigeria?
Nigeria.
Okay.
-energy.com.
Okay. www.nigeria.energy.
Dash
Okay, dash energy.
www.nigeria-energy.com.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. You heard that, Claire. So go there. And you talked about the exhibition before.
Yeah.
Tell us more about the exhibition and walk us through it. What exactly to expect?
Oh, you're gonna see a whole lot of solutions that are tailored to the Nigerian market.
Okay.
So because what we've been able to do, because we also organize the Middle East Energy,
Okay.
which is the largest event in the world when it comes to power. And a lot of the people that we've brought down here are companies that have indicated that Nigerian market is very key to them, and they have product and solutions tailored to the market, i.e., transformers, switch gears, cables, meters, gas providers, what have you. So it's the whole value chain represented at the event.
All right.
And they're coming from 21 countries.
Is it too late to be an exhibitor?
It's definitely too late to be an exhibitor, yes.
Oh, gosh. I wanted someone to be able to
It's a lot of
get
work
this
that goes into into being an exhibitor. There's it's too late right now.
It's too late.
Yeah.
Oh, everywhere booked. Okay.
Yeah.
But anyways, if you are an enthusiast in this space, if you're a player in this space, if you are an entrepreneur in this space, you should make out time to be at that conference tomorrow.
It's not too late to attend.
It's not too late. Okay, it's not too late. Is attendance free?
This year, yes. So
Okay, it's open to all.
Open to all.
So we are leading people to the website. Hope there's no one big money for them.
No, there's no big money for them.
Okay, it's free.
Because we understand that we just coming out of a 2-year recession.
Okay.
Did I say recession? Sorry, pandemic. And we understand the situation, and we want to take it easy this year and make sure that we have the discourse available to everybody.
Okay.
We definitely would like to welcome everybody to the show. But from next year, it's going to be a different story.
So as they go to the website, do they need to register?
Absolutely. You need to register to make it easy for you to access. You don't want to come to the venue and just you don't want to come to the venue and just want to register the venue. We advise people to pre-register so that you can just, get your tags as soon as you get there. Make it easy for you to access.
I wish the phone lines were up so we could take some calls and hear what Lagosians are thinking. But unfortunately, I think the phone lines are still not up yet, so we can hear what they are thinking. But can they send you their thoughts on social media? Okay.
So we have our social media account, LinkedIn page. We have our Instagram page.
Okay.
It's just Nigerian Energy. We'll be willing to hear from people. We'd like to hear what they think. I know that Nigerians and particularly Lagosians, have been through a lot with gas power. So we understand where they're coming from.
All right, I have one more question, and maybe you both can take that individually. But as we wrap up the show, it's already 11:55. Now, after all this conversation, now there are several conferences we attend like this.
Yes.
I mean, a lot. This year alone, I alone have attended more than 3.
Yes.
But now, after all this talk at these conferences, what next?
That's the fantastic question you just asked just now.
So I don't just waste my time and go and sit down there. What's next?
Absolutely. So the thing that we say to people is, anybody can organize an event.
Okay.
Anybody. But not everybody can put together an event like we events companies are going to do it. You have a lot of events out there. You have a lot of exhibitions out there. And the stakeholders understand the ones to attend and the ones not to attend. And the reason why they chose us is simply because we're best in class. And we do our research and we engage with the right people. And the right people choose us because they know that our expertise is top notch. All
right, Anida, you want to share your own thoughts? What's next after all the talk at the conference?
I'll just say that we walk the talk.
Okay.
And the reason we've got the stakeholders here are the right stakeholders, as Ade mentioned. They are the ones who are going to drive the conversation forward, and not just drive, but take it and implement solutions.
Yeah. Okay.
So we wanted this conference to not only just be a talk show, we wanted to have practical solutions out of it, and that's what we want to
Is there any form of follow-up with the people?
I was going to say.
So that we know that they are working on the solution. So we don't come back in 2023 and sit down and say the same thing.
Yeah. So we have a co-working committee.
Okay, co-working. Okay.
Yeah. So what is after this event we will have a debrief.
Okay.
And then after the debrief we'll come together with a post-event report and the recommendations for the government.
All right.
We present it to the government, and then the government every 3 months we work with them to see if there are things. They're looking, so we bring them to the conversation. Starts again in Middle East Energy. Okay, and they meet with the right working committee again, along with investors.
It's the right place to leave it, and we'll meet at the conference tomorrow.
Okay,
and next tomorrow, and then the conversation continues.
Absolutely.
All right, this is Power Solutions. Power Solutions is powered by All On Energy Impact Investment Company, in partnership with Nigeria Info. Yeah. My name is Wisdom, and we have come to the end of today's edition. Until next week. When we come again, as you know, we continue to bring you conversations and happenings within the sector as you continue to learn. And next week, we'll come back. I promise, something exciting. Stay tuned. And make sure you tune in and don't miss next week. I won't say what it is next week, but something massive is coming. Until then, have a lovely week.
I want to assume that you would run because I want to give the listeners context for the conversation.
In 2019, you were running mate to Atiku Abubakar. What did you learn then that you will not repeat this time?
Yes, when is the president coming out to address us?
There's a few things. One, I have a burden and a passion for young people.
The fact that you have elected a man does not mean then you begin to order him around. The president will do whatever is good for the country at any given time.
Mr. Adeshino, isn't the president responsible to the people?
What should the next president do to root out stakeholders who are complicit?
You fire those that need to be fired are fired.
It's looking like a brand new Chelsea, attacking with so much fluidity. And what can you say about that, Martin? I know you follow Chelsea quite closely.
I live close to the Chelsea training ground. That's what you mean by that. I'm not.
Public, state,